I don't know if I'm ready for that though. Hi, okay, so Conker's Bad Fur Day. There is this scene where Conker is talking to a barrel who is at the top of the windmill. And as they have this conversation, the barrel is placed in front of, visually speaking, in front of the sort of turrets, like the war zone, like turrets, I don't know what you call them. Those little towers that you can shoot people from at the top, right? They have these little, the towers have these like gaps that you could stand in and watch people and kill them, kind of thing. And the barrel is placed in front of this thing.
Go for a ride?
Not really.
Not really what?
A ride.
A ride, yeah. Let's go for a ride.
What was that video about? I don't really know. I try to make a video to express how Conker's Bad Fur Day sometimes has these scenes. Maybe, you know, all video games or all visual media have the possibility of these kind of things, right? It's an effect. You have an object in the frame, and behind it you have some other object, or next to it you have some other object, but they're placed in such a way that effects are created, visual effects, that have to do 100% with the placement of the camera, right? The viewer is seeing things, it's seeing that specific scene from that specific angle, so to speak. And in this case, it's the barrel being placed in front of the turret. The barrel itself, of course, having a turret-like sort of opening on its eyes, right? Given all this, you know, what else can we say about it? Well, you have this sort of placement of a thing in front of another thing. And of course, then one thing is bigger. The turret, I mean the big tower in the background. The barrel is not so big. The barrel, in a way, stands as a smaller version of this object if we look at it as something similar to this sort of a tower, right? Bigness then maybe is a topic. You've got something really big, the big tower from the war building, and in front of it, in front of us, placed, you know, closer to our vision, we have a small object. This small object, the barrel, looks to me like the tower in the sense that it has also its eyes peeping out from inside its barrel, placed sort of more or less in front of the, let's say, eyes, quote unquote, of the tower behind it. That zone of the tower where you would stand to look and see your enemies from within the tower, right? So it's interesting to me that we kind of have then this issue of big and small, potentially, a thing placed within the confines of a bigger thing, right? So my fist being placed in front of my face like this is placed in front of my face, but also is sort of within my face if the fist is a smaller visual object compared to my face. So the fist is sort of like inside of my face, visually speaking, as a two-dimensional object, I mean. And the barrel, as my fist, is sort of, I see it as within the confines of the tower, which is behind it and is bigger than it as we see it, as we look at it right now, and also in reality. In reality, the tower's proportions are bigger than the barrel's proportions, just as the proportions between my head and the fist. The thing is then, though, that both the tower and the barrel are objects where other objects are to be placed inside. So not only is it symbolically a big thing inside of a small thing, but physically these are spaces where you place someone inside. The barrel seems to have something or someone peeping from inside of the barrel. You can see its eyes looking from inside. So there's someone inside of the barrel, just as there's someone inside of the beehive, the bee, looking through the little turret of the beehive, so to speak. And the actual turret tower would presumably also have people, soldiers, inside of it, fighting from inside of it, watching, guarding from that guard tower from inside of it. So the tower is also a place of guarding, of watching, and of attacking in this way, where people are placed inside of it in order to do those things. In a way, then, I wonder if this game has a theme of things inside of other things, where one thing is big and another is small, but also as an act of sort of guardianship and attack, so to speak. I can think also of the robot that is placed inside of the hay stack, as in a sense, as a sort of hiding place or disguise from which it can pretend that it isn't a robot, pretend that it has a different identity that is less threatening than its identity actually is to those who might see it. Those who might see the robot identity would be more frightened of it than of this cute haystack, right? The little girl in the war zone, in a sense, in a different kind of way, is playing a similar kind of game. And of course, the bee with her beehive is a cute, cartoony beehive, which actually is a dangerous sort of weapon inside, but the weapon is hidden inside there, just as then she, the queen bee, is hidden inside the hidden inside in order to attack from within. Kind of, again, how the little fire imps are inside the boiler to control the boiler. The boiler is then a sort of bigger body, a meta body, from which they can attack, and so on and so on. The Panther King, with an alien coming out of its chest, a, let's say, much more threatening looking alien than what he looks like. He's a fairy tale, cute animal Panther King. The alien is sort of threatening in a conventional sense, has stronger teeth and a much more frightening, athletic kind of look to it.